We are have to sit down and go through the process so that we can say that we've done everything correctly. To move on, I'd like to welcome David Jordan, who's the race chairman for the race committee. And David, can you let everybody know what's required for the series? Thank you, David.
Thanks, Commodore. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Some points from a race committee perspective in the Blue Water Series. First up, I'd like to address safety. It's been a while since competing in Blue Water Series type races. For others, it will have been relatively recent. Notwithstanding, it's an opportunity to review safety requirements. This is not mentioned just from a compliance perspective, but rather as an overarching responsibility and accountability behaviour that supports an enduring proactive safety culture value set. It may have been some time since an overboard injury or material failure drills have been undertaken in your boat. I'd urge your continued drill practice as well as your recording of such training. I'd ask you to pause for a moment and reflect when you last did an actual man overboard drill or even a tabletop of such an event. And is there a strong audit trail that can support that? When looking to optimise the gear you're carrying for any particular race, I'd ask you to please give thought to just, it's not an item's primary purpose, not just sort of primary purpose, but also to its potential use in assisting you manage incidents. The Blue Water Series presents a variety of races, particularly in respect of length. The series also occurs across spring and summer. I'll ask you to give safety thoughts to the wider context of the race series. I'll also ask you to think about things a little closer to home. The starts, finishes, the harbour environment that still demand respect and care. And in the end, fiberglass on fiberglass, fiberglass on rocks is undesirable no matter where. Please let the sailing officer know early on if there are issues relating to your crew, such as not having enough first aiders on board. Early identification will greatly increase opportunity to work with you and assist locating qualified crew members, as an example. To borrow some words, the pass mark for communications is 100%, but I'll leave the details to David Keller shortly. A reminder of the Special Regulations 325.1 requiring all boats to carry on board a satellite phone. The satellite phone should have coverage for the duration of the race, be connected to main power and have a spare battery. Please ensure they are on. From experience, the phone number provided in race documentation correlates with the actual phone number, not the satellite phone itself. Whilst we're all strong supporters of technology, I'd like to remind you of the need for some love and respect for paper charts. We've been experiencing an increase in missing paper charts at the last moment syndrome, so please help us work to get rid of that disease. Much appreciated. Similarly, I'd like to draw your attention to the requirement for boats to retire. In a positive sense, we've had a recent 100% compliance in initially reporting of retirement circumstances and arrangements. Thank you for that. At least for those boats that have to retire. However, we dip a little below 100% when it comes time to update our retirement details, either at the next skid, on arrival at port or refuge, and on conclusion of any repair activity, where you may be considering continuing on passage to re-up the fleet at a later stage. Please keep us apprised throughout the retirement journey the initial call. Perhaps pause for a thought prior to opening the recreational first aid box. Please ensure you meet the specified requirements for declaration. Once again, easy to let slip, especially once the spare recreational first box has been attended to. In respect of the Blue Water Series program, an amendment will be forthcoming, removing the Montague Island race from the racing calendar and replacing it with a race in the vicinity of 200 miles in distance. Race details will be provided with the amendment. Suffice to say at this stage, the race will start at 7 p.m, 1900 hours on Friday the 3rd of October. My phone number's on the green sheet, it's available at the back of the room, and I, along with the sailing manager, can be contacted at any time for any matter. Many thanks for your attendance and your attention, and I'll be happy to take any questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dave, for your words of wisdom. Can I now ask David Kellett to come forward and brief us on the radio comms. Thank you, David.
Thanks, Commodore. Good evening all. As you all know, the CYC takes their radio procedures very seriously. And whilst many of you have done lots of races over many years, there are a few new boats this year, so we'll go through the detail. Through the cooperation of Marine Rescue New South Wales, we're again able to utilise the South End signal station to run the skids, and we will also have offshore on station out on the harbour. When we utilise Marine Rescue at South Head, we will be calling that CYCA base the duration of the skid. If you need to call them during your race, they will be Marine Rescue Port Jackson, which is their official title. And of course offshore is offshore when you come in through the heads. Call her, or if you need to speak to her during the race. This year we have several operators throughout the season. Dennis Doyle, Brad Keller, Robin Rawton and myself will be on the various skids. There'll be an additional volunteer marine rescue operator who will help us maintain the 24/7 watch during the races. Skids will be conducted on 4483 and utilising VHF 72 as a backup. If you do not receive us on 4483, stand by till after the skid and we'll give a call out on VHF 72. However, the cliffs and other areas that we conduct the Blue Water Championships, the VHF isn't all that written. So the principle is the HF on 4483. We'll be doing 3 skids a day, 5 past midnight, 8:05 and 16:05. And as the chairman of the race committee said, pass marks 100%. The race committee will apply standard penalties, which tends to screw the whole day for you. During the skids, if we have any atmospheric problems, we'll probably call on boats that we have good signal with to act as a relay boat, so we appreciate your help in that assistance. With so many electronics on the boats today, there's a severe drain on batteries. Please charge your batteries regularly and certainly before each skid. It just adds time to the process of having to tell you, we can't hear you, we can tell when your batteries are flat. As I've said before, it's a father to part. So you got to charge it, because if we do that, we're just delaying the whole thing. We come back and call you again. It's a miracle that when we tell someone they've got flat batteries, next time around they're clear as a bell because their engine's running. A number of the yachts have automatic tuners, and these tuners kick in about halfway through your position. The reason that we have a couple of minutes call before the skids is so that you can hit your transmit button, tune your radios, and you'll come in clear as a bell when we call you. Skid procedures, please be on time. Give your position on the first run through. It saves a hell of a lot of time and makes it easier for everybody. We'll broadcast the call 2 minutes before the skid, as I said, so that you can do the tune-up. And at the appointed time, we'll commence the skid with any weather warnings, followed by the position reports, and at the conclusion of the position reports, we'll give you the latest weather that we have. When reporting your position, we know you're in the south and the east, and we don't require decimals. A simple 3645 15128 is all you need to tell us. We don't stand on too much ceremony, as you know. We run through the yachts as quickly as we can. Just get one out of the way and call the next one. Just remind you that on the Flinders Island race, sailing instruction 715 requested your instruction to maintain a listening watch on VHF 11 within 10 nautical miles of Port Kembla. So whether you're going in and coming out, you get to monitor VHF 11. When you enter the harbour, you're asked to contact offshore. Now I think the term is when you're at beam before we light. Over the years we've had some boats call in when they're at beam at sea. It takes them about another hour to come around the corner in light airs, and the team on offshore are always looking for you. So once you're in the harbour, you're around and you're inside, give offshore a call and let them know you're ETA to the finish line. Excuse me. If you have a problem with your HF, you need to make every effort to contact another yacht by VHF and ask them to report your position, or, as is stated in the sailing instructions, call the race director and let him know. Also remind you of sailing instruction 714, where you're required to enter your transmissions in a log. It might just come in handy. Please be punctual and we'll get through all the skids as quickly as we can, and I thank you for your attention. Are there any questions? Yeah, you've normally got jewels on. That's right. Yeah. Any others? No? Thanks, Scott. Go ahead. Oh, yes. Yeah, thanks, Dennis. When we're doing races up and back, which normally pretty logical which way you're going for a start. Just when you get the position, just the Sierra or November, so that we know whether you've been around the market coming home or you're still on the way down there. Thank you. Anything else? Yes.
Wayne
Well, if you can't get through on 4483, stick on 72. I'd make an announcement on 4483 that we're going to switch to 72. And if you, I would have thought that most of the skids are going to take 20 minutes, 25 minutes with the number of boats we've got in the Blue Water Pointscore. If you're having trouble on your HF, keep listening on 72, that half hour, and then flick back to 16, or call another yacht on 16, or ring up. You've all got sat phones on board now, so. Okay, anything else? Thanks very much.
Thank you, David. That just about brings us to the end of the evening. One thing I have to advise that out of 28 boats entered in the Blue Water Pointscore, we only have one boat at this point who has completed all requirements for entry. So all of you have a lot to do. You'll be contacted, I believe, by the sailing committee, sailing office, in the next day. So thank you very much, everybody, for your attendance. Enjoy your season and have a lot of